Welcome in the 18th episode. Today I will show you how you can integrate Unity ads in your game and start displaying advertisement. If you did not subscribe to this channel yet, please consider to do so. Hit the subscribe button down below and turn on notification so you will not miss any future content. As you see in our current project, we can start the game as normal. So in our set game scene, we can select the pair numbers and then category and the game starts. But what we want to implement today is once the player selects the pairs number and the category, there will be like a full screen ad played, and after that ad disappears, the player will be able to carry on with his game. So in today's episode we will concentrate on the Unity advertisement, and in the next episode I will show you how you can do exactly the same using the ad mob. So the choice is really yours, whichever you like to implement. Both of them are fine. Is really up to you what you decide to do with your game. Okay, so let's get started. So let's first of all open our project, and before we jump into the coding, let's first of all set our project. So in the window menu, let's first of all select the general services. Okay, so the service window should pop up, and before you do anything, you actually have to select your organization. So this is regarding which version of Unity you're using. If you have a free version or paid version, you will have to select your organization. So from my list, I will select mine and then press this create. So once you press created, you will see this window, the next window. If you switch to the setting tab, you will see your project name. So this is the pair matching tutorial. Let's bring up our Unity Hub now. So in Unity Hub window, let's first of all click in your name in this corner, and then select it, go to developer dashboard. So this should open up your browser with the Unity dashboard loaded. So from the dashboard, let's go to the project tab. And in the project tab, let's find your project. So your project should be the same name as the name in your Unity. So project name in my case is pair matching tutorial. So you need to locate your project. So you can even search for it. So as you see, I have my pair matching tutorial. Let's open this project up. And as you see, you will see this window. So you will have to select turn on operator, and then you can provide the additional information like a Apple App Store ID or Google Play Store ID. We don't have this ID yet. You can upload it later if you like, but I will not do that at this point. It's not required at this point. As you see, it's optional. And you have to declare if this game is directed to the children under the 13. So I will select yes, because this game will be played by children, and then select enable ads. Okay, once this process is done, you will see this dashboard, and there is like no data because we didn't display any advertisement yet. So let's first of all go to our monetization and then placements. So this is the place where you will create your video ads, rewarded ads, or banner ads. And this is your game IDs. So this game IDs is related to the stores. So currently Unity supports the Apple Store and then the Google Play Store. So these numbers are important. We're going to use them later. And then from here you can create additional advertisement. So let's say we want to create the banner, and you need to put the name of the banner. In-game banner, create placement. So once you've done that, you will see the banner is created and you will see the placement ID. So if you go back to the placements, you will see the banner, additional banner created. Okay, so we currently have the video ad, which is the interstitial ad, rewarded ad video, and the banner. So you can create as many advertisements as you want. As you see, there is a limit of 25. So you can create any numbers of it. And then before we do anything else, let's quickly go to the settings tab and then project settings. And then from the project settings, let's scroll down to the store IDs, and then let's scroll down to the test mode. And then for the Google Play Store, I will click this small edit button, and then let's click override client test mode, and then let's select for test mode on. So because we're going to use our advertisement just for testing for now, we will just select this option. But when you release your game, just make sure you come back here and then force test mode off, so there will be no test advertisement in your game. So I will select this test mode on for now, and then click save. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same for the Apple Store. So override and select on, and then save. So this is what you have to do. Otherwise, you can create some false impression for your ad, and then Unity will punish you for this. Okay, so that's it. What we have to do from here. Let's now go back to our Unity and make sure your project is linked to this project, so that there is a project name which is matching the project name which you just modified. If for some reason your project is not linked, you can unlink project, and then from the list you can select the correct project which you want to link to, and then go to that project dashboard and then create the advertisement. Okay, so once you've done this, we're gonna go to the services, and then let's select the analytics, and then select the enable analytics. Okay, and then this is enabled now, so we can go back. So as you see, the analytics is on. We need to enable the Unity ads, so select the ads, and then let's select this switch and switch it on. So some packages will be imported now, so we just have to give it a moment. Okay, so as you see, another function has just appeared. So just tick enable test mode, because we're gonna just doing for the testing purposes. But when you're gonna release your game, make sure you uncheck this, and then from the advanced, make sure enable built-in ads extension is selected. Okay, so that's it from the settings. So that's it what we have to enable. Make sure everything is enabled like that. So now we can close this window. So I just select the small dots and then close tab. And now let's create some scripts. So let's go to the scripts folder, and then right click, create C# script. And I will call this script UnityAdsManager. Okay, and then let's open the script. So we are in our UnityAdsManager script. So let's first of all remove these comments. And then let's add another using statement. So we have to add right down below using Unity engine dot advertisement. Okay, so once you add it, you can now inherit from Unity ads listener. So after mono behavior, let's put comma, and then Unity ads listener. Okay, and as you see, we have a first error now, because Unity does not recognize this interface, and this is gonna create a problem for you. So to fix it, let's save the project, and then let's go back to our editor. And as you see, we have an error. So let's go to the Windows, then Package Manager, and then let's it refresh all of the asset. Let's select from the assets all packages, and then in the search I will put ads. So ads, and then we have our ads. Okay, so if you look at this window, you will see everything is up to date. But publish date is showing you the 3rd April 2019, and the version is 2.0.8, which is not correct. Okay, so let's select this small arrow, and then let's select the version 3.4.7 or any other version you have, like the newest one, and then let's select the update to 3.4.7. So once you press this button, the package will be re-imported. Okay, and once it's done, you will see different errors in your console. So as you see, the error saying that because we put the UnityAdsListener, this interface does not implement the functions. So this is actually correct error. So let's go back to our scripts. So project, UnityAdsManager, and now as you see, our UnityAdsListener is turned to yellow. Okay, so now we can start implementing some of the functions. So if you select the UnityAdsListener, you can press F12 on your keyboard, and you will go to the file, and you will see the function which you can override in your script in order to actually provide some implementation. So I will just copy all of those functions from here. Let's Ctrl+C, and let's go back to our script, and I will just paste it under the update function. Okay, and then let's remove these commas. Okay, and then we need to put public everywhere. So public. Okay, once the function turns public, as you see, everything is fine. There is no more errors. So now let's remove this update function because we won't need it. And then we can start implementing our ads. So right at the top, I will create a few delegates which are going to help us to actually determine whether advertisement has been finished, has been closed, or maybe player just skip it. So right at the top, I will create public delegate, and that's going to be void, and I will call it rewarded video ad failed handle. Failed handle, okay? You can name it however you like. And then let's copy this name, and then right below I will create public event. Actually, I forgot to put the braces. Okay, and then public event, let's paste this name, and then we just paste the name, remove the word handle, and then let's put on. So on Unity, on rewarded video ad failed. Okay, and then let's copy those two lines. And then we need to do the same for our interstitial ad. So I will just paste it down below, just rename it to interstitial video ad failed handle. Let's replace the type, and then let's put here, then on. Okay, so this is the event which we're gonna use in a second in our functions. So let's create another one. So I just copy this one, paste it below. So those two will be acting when we actually fail to load the advertisement. The next one will be when we actually skipped. So let me just copy them both, and then let's rename rewarded video ad failed. So we're gonna select the failed, and we're gonna replace it with skipped. So skipped, copy this, okay, and then let's do the same for the interstitial. Skipped, let's replace, make sure you replace this type as well. Okay, and then we need to copy it again, and we need to do the same on completed. So rewarded video ad completed. I hope you can see something, because I have the one extension in my Visual Studio, which is, as you see, highlighting a lot of errors, which is a bit annoying sometimes, but it's just helping me a lot. Okay, so on complete, and then we need to do the same for this rewarded, completed, copy, So we just created a few of the events and delegates which we will use in our script. And then right below, we're gonna first of all put the header. Okay, and then platform settings. Okay, and then first one will be public string Play Store game ID. Next one will be public string, and it's gonna be App Store game ID. Then public bool is target Play Store will be equal to true. So by default we're gonna target the Play Store, and then public bool is test ads will be equal to false. Okay, and then let's put another header, ad placement IDs. Okay, and then below that we're gonna put another string, so public string interstitial ad placement, then public string rewarded ad placement, and then public string banner ad placement, and then last one will be public, and it's gonna be banner position, and by default I'm gonna set it to banner position dot bottom center. Okay, but you can change the settings from within the editor later. And then the next thing, we wanted this class actually to be the singleton class. So I will just create the instance of this UnityAdsManager, and this need to be static. Okay, so public static UnityAdsManager, and then I will call it instance. Okay, and now let's create awake method. So private void awake, and inside the awake method we want to check if our instance is equal to null. If it is, then we want to do the instance to be equal to this, and then we want to call don't destroy on load, and we want to pass this. Okay, and then otherwise we want to just destroy this. Okay, so this guarantees that we're gonna have just one instance of this UnityAdsManager. Okay, let's go now to the start method, and inside the start method we can call advertisement dot initialize. We can actually get our isTarget Play Store. So if the target platform will be the Play Store, we can put exclamation mark and then Play Store ID. Otherwise, App Store Game ID. And then the next parameter will be if it's the test advertisement. So we can pass our Boolean. Okay, so it's test ad. Okay, and then after that we're gonna call advertisement dot ad listener, and then we pass this. And then right below I will call advertisement dot banner dot set position, and we want to pass our banner position, which is this thing here. Okay, so that's it, what we have to initialize from our script. Let's create some public functions. So public void, and this function will be called play interstitial ad. Okay, and inside this function we need to check if our advertisement dot is ready, and then we need to pass our interstitial ad placement, which is here, is equal to false. In this case we're just gonna return. Okay, and then otherwise we're gonna call advertisement dot show. We want to pass the interstitial ad placement. Okay, Actually, we can remove this return. We can just change it a bit. So if this one is equal to true, okay, then we want to show the advertisement. So now let's create another function. So I will just copy the play interstitial ad, and then down below I will just call play rewarded ad. And then let's pass this rewarded ad placement instead. Okay, then down below I want to create a function for the banner as well. So public void show banner, and then inside the show banner we're gonna create start coroutine, and we want to pass the show banner when ready function. And then we need to implement this show banner when ready down below. So this function will return private I enumerator, and then let's pass this name. Let's put inside while. Let's put exclamation mark advertisement dot is ready, and then banner ad placement. Okay, so make sure you just pass this banner ad placement, which we have here. We're gonna yield return new wait for seconds, and we want to pass 0.5. Okay, and then after that we're gonna do just advertisement dot banner dot show, and we want to pass our banner ad placement. Okay, so basically what this function will do, it will just call start coroutine, and once advertisement is initialized and the banner is ready for showing, we'll show the banner. And until then, it's just gonna check if the advertisement is ready for every half second. Okay, you can increase this time, and then we need one more function. So we need a function to actually hide the banner now. So right below, I will just call public void hide banner. And this banner, this function will just call advertisement dot banner dot hide, and then we want to destroy the banner, so I will just pass through. And now we have our function which we just imported from our interface, which is the Unity Ad listener. So let's first of all put some log method in our own Unity Ads ready. So if this function is called, we're gonna just call debug.log, and then let's I will just put this name of this function space plus and then placement ID. Okay, so we know what's going on. Let's copy this log message, and then on error as well, I will just change this name and then put the message instead, and then copy it on then at this start. Let's put the placement ID as well, and then let's change this function name. Okay, so we know what's going on inside the editor. I will not implement this function. This is basically different behavior when you want to implement something special when advertisement is ready, when the advertisement have some kind of an error, or when advertisement just started playing, so you can do something in the background as well. So we're going to concentrate on this function. So this function will indicate when the advertisement is finished and for the reason why it's finished playing. Okay, so I will just put the small switch statement, and then let's switch on the show results. Okay, and then the first thing will be case, and then show results failed. So if the advertisement has failed for some reason, we're just gonna put the break. So if the advertisement is failed, and if our placement ID is equal to, make sure you put double equal sign, rewarded ad placement. So if the rewarded ad has failed, we're just gonna call our event, which is unrewarded video ad failed. Okay, so I just copy this name and then put it here, and then put the small exclamation, small question mark, and then dot, and then I will call invoke. Okay, so what this shortcut is doing is just checking if this unrewarded video ad event have some function assigned to it. So instead of doing that, you can simply just put if is not equal to null, then you're calling. Okay, so this line and these two lines are doing exactly the same thing. Okay, so it's just up to you what you want to put. I just tend to go with the shorter version. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do for the rewarded ad placement. Let's do the same. So if our placement ID is the interstitial ad placement, we want to do the same for the on interstitial ad failed question mark dot invoke. Okay, and then after the break, let's put another case. So case, and then show results skipped. So if that has been skipped, we wanna put statement if placement ID is equal to rewarded ad placement. We wanna call on rewarded video ad skipped question mark dot invoke, and then if placement ID is equal to interstitial ad placement, we want to do on interstitial ad placement skipped question mark dot invoke. Okay, and then we want to do the same for another result. So it's going to be case show results finished. Okay, so if our placement ID is equal to rewarded ad placement, we want to call on rewarded video ad completed question mark dot invoke, and then the last one will be if the placement ID is equal to interstitial ad placement, we want to call on interstitial video ad completed. Okay, question dot invoke. So we're gonna invoke different event based on the what's happened with our ads. So we can even put small braces around the each case, so you know what is the scope. Okay, I think that might make this function a bit easier to read. Okay, so that's it for our Unity Ads Manager. Let's save everything, and now let's quickly go to our SetGameBoolean function. So in our SetGameBoolean script, we're currently loading our scene whenever all settings are ready. So instead of calling this, we will call different function. So we need one more variable first. So right at the top, below this puzzle categories, we're gonna create some private variables. So private string, and I will call this string scene name, and will be equal to string dot empty. Okay, and then inside this function setGame option, we want to set our scene name to be equal to game scene name. Okay, but actually we want to only set it if all settings are ready. Okay, so we want to set it here, and then we want to create one more function right below the start method. I will create a private void load next scene. Okay, and this function will simple just calling this line. So scene manager.load line, load scene, but we want to pass our scene name. Okay, and then we can just delete this function from here. So, okay, and then we need to implement our private void on enable, and then we need to also implement private void on disable. Okay, so inside the onEnable function, I think we want to just implement the interstitial ad, but you can implement whatever you like, really. We can implement the rewarded ad or banner if you like. So to actually display something, let's first of all assign our load next scene function to our events. So we call UnityAdsManager dot, and as you see, we can't see our functions, and this is because we have forgot to make this function statics. Okay, so before we continue, let's quickly switch back to our UnityAdsManager, and then all of the events, we need to make them static. So public static, okay? So I just put the keyword static before every single event. Okay, over here, over here, over here, and over here, okay? So make sure all of the events are static. And now let's go back to our SetGameBoolean script, and then we can call onEnable, so UnityAdsManager dot on interstitial ad failed. If that for some reason failed to load, we just anyway want to load our scene, so we just gonna call the load next scene. Okay, then UnityAdsManager dot on interstitial video ad skipped. We want to load the next scene, and then UnityAdsManager dot on interstitial video ad completed. We also wanna load next scene. Okay, you can provide different implementation if you like for it. It's really up to you, but I just want to load the next scene, the game scene anyway. Okay, and then let's copy all of those 3 lines and put on disable function, and make sure you change this plus to be minus. Okay, so we want to unsubscribe from here. Okay, minus and then minus. And now the last thing we need to do to display the interstitial ad is go to our set game option, and then inside this F statement, when we're setting our scene name, we want to call the UnityAdsManager dot instance dot play interstitial ad. Okay, and that's it, and the advertisement will be played. So if you want to, for some reason, for example, display the rewarded ad, you just want to call display rewarded ad here, and then you need to subscribe instead of the to interstitial ad, you need to subscribe to rewarded ad. So we will have to go here and then find rewarded ad completed, failed, or skipped. Okay, so this is what you have to do if you want to play the rewarded ad. If you want to show the banner, you will have to call UnityAdsManager.instance.show banner, and that's it. So this is very simple implementation, but I had some problem with the banner, and as I read through the Unity documentation and the forums, seems like the people from the Europe have a problem to display the banner. I'm not sure why is that, but I wasn't able to display the banner in my game, but you can test it out in your games, and please let me know in the comments if you have the same issue. So I couldn't display my banner. I mean, I was able to display the field of the banner, but the banner didn't pop up. But I think this issue gonna be solved. Please do let me know in the comments if you have the same issue or if you know the solution for it. I will keep looking for it. Okay, so we can play rewarded ad. Now let's save everything, and then let's switch back to Unity. Okay, so as you see, there is no errors, and then I will close this package manager. And now inside our main menu, let's go to the project, and I will just create new object. So create empty, and I will call this object ads. Okay, and then let's just grab our UnityAdsManager and then drop it into this object. And now we have to provide some information for our ads. So the first one is Play Store Game ID. So if you go back to our website, this information will be under the monetization and then placement. Okay, and this is the game ID which you want to copy. So I will just copy mine for the Play Store first, and we paste it here. And then the next one will be for the Apple Store. So I will just copy it and then place it here. Okay, and then I will select this target the Play Store, and I will just select this test option because we're gonna test it. Make sure you select this option whenever you're testing your game. And then we need to provide the placement IDs. So this is again, we need to switch to our website dashboard, and for the video, as you see, if you select this video, this interstitial, the placement ID is the video. So I just copy it back to Unity, place it, then reward it. So I will just go again. Let's go back. The rewarded ad is here, so the rewarded video. Paste it here. So banner is gonna be this one. Copy it and then paste it here. Okay, and then from here you can set the position where you want your banner to be displayed. So this is all of the options which you can choose. Okay, and now we can actually save everything, and we can just press play. So when you press play now, we can select the category and the pairs number, and as you see, our interstitial ad will be just played. So let me just run this game. When you close this ad, okay, when we close ad, there is nothing loaded. So this is one problem which we actually caused by not checking if the scene name is empty. So let's quickly go back to our button SetGameBoolean script, and then inside our load next scene, we want to check if the scene name dot length is more than 0. Okay, so we don't want to load the scene if the scene name is empty. Okay, let's save everything now, and then let's go back to Unity. I'll just run it in the full mode, maybe in the full window. Let's press play, and then when you press play, you're selecting closing the ad. So let's go back to our SetGameBoolean script, and this is actually a very good example what's happened if you mixed up the interstitial video call with the rewarded. So that's what I did. Instead of the calling play interstitial ad, I just calling the play rewarded ad, and I'm expecting any of this callback to be called, but I'm not showing the interstitial ad. Okay, so let's change this function to be play interstitial ad. Okay, we want to play the interstitial ad because we're listening for the interstitial events. So make sure you're calling right function from here. So now when you save, when you go back to Unity, and now we can finally test our game. So press play. As you see, when you select the pairs number, there is the ad which is show on the screen, and you can skip or close because this is the test ad. So let's close it first, and as you see, we have our game and it's working fine. And then let's test it the same for the skip, and the game is loading. Okay, so everything is working fine, and as you see, we can restart the game again, and you can select different pairs, and the advertisement is displaying. So I think that's it for this episode. In the next episode, I will show you how you can implement the same ads by using the ad mob, so you can really make a decision what you want to use inside your game. And we're gonna also showing probably the banner ad in our game over here. You can do the same with your Unity ads. Although, as I said you previously, I had a problem to display this banner ad. I usually use the ad mob to displaying my advertisement in the game. But if you want to use Unity ads, I think you are good to go with this. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any issue with this implementation, let me know in the comments below. And also, if you want to support me, please consider subscribing to this channel, so you will let me create some more games like this and create tutorials from them. So thank you very much for watching, and I see you again in the next episode.